Right, so we haven't got the little babies today. We've got Mollie, Gracie, Micky, but no Jacob or Teri. Well, the reason is they had liquidy poo. They pooed indoors last night and then liquidy poo earlier again, later this morning. So there you go, no walkies. Well, I can't really feed them. If they've got liquidy poo, they can't really be fed, in which case, not a good idea to walk them, especially, they're only tiny, so they need to grow. I'll bring them later. We'll probably go for walkies around here again about 8 o'clock. It's about 2-ish right now. So we'll probably come again a bit later, in which case I'll bring them then. They'll go for one walk today, that's it. That way I can feed them a bit of toast and hopefully that'll be okay. If they go most of the day without food, then a bit of toast will be fine after walkies. Yeah. Okay, 1.5 bits of toast then. All right, be generous. There you go. Well, that's the situation as it is right now. Yeah. Took the others out for a bit of wacky ball. That was good. They enjoyed that. It's hot. It's quite sunny, so that means it's going to be quite chill and fresh tonight because clear sky again. Yeah. Indeed, yes. So yeah, all fun and games. Yeah. I did a video last night. That video is going to go on later when I get back. Actually, I've just put that through the editing bit. Didn't really do anything with it. Just listened to it a bit, named it. Yeah, it's pretty raw, as it was. Yeah, only if I remember that there's issues. Like if I'm constantly having to shout for a dog to come back, we come across people, something like that. Then I try and take that out because it's quite loud. Other than that, no. I just leave it. Unfortunately, you just get the raw video. Again, I should really be cutting it up into pieces. But then again, I wasn't really speaking about any particular subject matter that would be worth cutting up. There's that trippy bit again. I've tripped on that bit about 4 times now. 3 times over here. Yeah. Really? Okay. Come across people very quickly this time. There you go. Calm it down. Calm it down. How you doing? Come on this way. Gracie, come. Mollie, Collie. Come, Mollie. This way. Come, Bubs. That's a handful, that is. That, obviously, the German Shepherd. Beautiful colour. What a gorgeous colour that dog was. I'm not sure if you saw it, because quite often I try and not have videos of people. I put the camera down or put it away a bit like that. But that was a gorgeous colour dog. But that dog is young, bouncy. The bloke has got to be in his late 60s. And he's still walking. Well done to him. Well. Indeed. Well, as I say, don't worry too much about the pups. They will play indoors anyway. They'll play fight anyway, so they will soon run around and do what they want to do. If they've got energy, they use it. So yeah. I was going to go to the Smelly Woods with all of them, apart from the 2 pups. But then I figured, no. Well, because with the Smelly Woods, you've got to go up a hill. First thing you've got to go down the hill. Then to come back, you've got to go up the hill you went down, and then down the hill you come up. It's like with legs. It's not a good idea. Like I said about the legs yesterday. Well, today they're just touch sore. The muscles are touch sore. Now, it's a big good job. I didn't go that heavy. I did 100 reps. I could have gone to max. If I'd have gone to max, guarantee you one thing, I wouldn't be able to walk at all. I'd be struggling to even walk around indoors. I would not be walking the dogs around. So, yeah. Yeah, I mean, what I do is I do some more of it on Friday. I do on Friday what I've done today, what I did yesterday. I do that on Friday night. I do the same as what I did yesterday. To give a day's rest and go and do the same again. 100 reps on 82 kilograms, and that's fine. Because that's sending a message that the muscles need to grow. That I'm now focusing on this area a bit more, so therefore that needs to grow. Mollie found a sticky, didn't you? Mollie, clever girl. Oh yes, Mollie found a sticky. Good girl. Puppy's eyes are opening now, her pups, that's good. Right, we're getting to the fun part with them now. And of course I need to start feeding them, so that's cool. I have to start doing that now. Not sure what I'm going to do, well, because to be honest, most of the time you start feeding them at this age, they lick a little bit, but hardly anything. And you end up either giving it to Mollie, which that's a bit too liquidy for her really, or you throw it away. So it's like, best idea is, if I just do their food, liquidize it, yeah, as in put it in the liquidizer, sort of thing. You add a bit of honey to it or something like that. Yeah. Or just do their food as it is, they'll lick it. If it's all sort of watery, they'll lick it up. It'll have taste, and that'll give them the taste of the food they're going to eat when they're, in a few weeks' time. So, yeah. That's cool, do that. So normally I go and buy the milk substitute stuff you mix up. But it's like, no, there's no point doing that. Yeah, I do porridge and stuff like that, but like I say, most of it goes to mum or to the other dogs. It's like, no, just do their food. That's it. Just do theirs. They've got to get used to the taste of their food, don't they? And by doing their food in a liquidy sort of state, that's better. They get used to it more, so that's good. Yeah. So that's the thing I need to start doing probably next week. Latter, mid part of next week. I would guess around this stage next week. So I need to start doing it. Leave them with mum for now, with mum's food. And there's mum, Locki Down. Yeah, marvellous Mollie Collie. Marvellous Mollie Collie baby. How you doing, Mollie? Good walkies? My Collie, good walkies. Did you meet a doggy? You met a doggy, a big doggy, wasn't it? Is that a big doggy? What's one it, Mollie? Oh yeah, Mollie met a big doggy. Aye. There's a lady who brings around big dogs as well. She's here, I saw a vehicle. Yeah, but she might be going the other way, so therefore probably won't bump into her. You never know. Anyway, so yeah. Oh, something I was watching just before I come out. Haven't watched it all, but basically it's the plank of the week. I will link it. I haven't watched it all yet, but I'll link it in the description of this one. They're talking about a lady who was very much in the vein of incredibly anti-Brexit, and it was like her religion to be anti-Brexit. But then when Brexit happened, she then became completely mad about COVID and mad about vaccines, and you can't question anything. If you question it, then you're saying the scientists are wrong and you want everyone to die. Well, the thing of it is, we have a lot of people like that, don't we? Well, and especially in Scotland, they're saying now that they are going to bring in vaccine passports. So, I said a few weeks ago, this wasn't a possibility, this is something they're going to do. The reason they're going to do it isn't because it's the right thing to do with regards to COVID, not in any way, shape or form. There are companies, like it's all this testing stuff. There are companies that bid to the government to say, yeah, we want to make this. You need to bring this in because we can make it. We can make a fortune making it. Of course, these are friends of the government. These are friends of the ministers in government. These are the ones who basically give them lots of money to run their campaigns and all stuff like that. Yeah. So, the government's then bringing laws to bring things, because of course the passport vaccine, or vaccine passport, got the wrong way around, it'll probably be an app that's on your phone. That app has to be designed. I imagine the people that design it, will it be free? Possibly. At least initially it'll probably be free, but then you'll probably have to pay for it at some point. Yeah. Yeah. Well, but the problem is also, as people have pointed out, and as I pointed out previously, but other people have also pointed out, and rightly so, they could say to people that haven't had the vaccine, they're saying that taking the vaccine is not mandatory, it's optional. You can say no. But then they're saying if you say no, so if you've not been vaccinated, you can't come in. Like they were saying before, if you're female, you can't come in. If you're brown skinned, you can't come in. Now, if you're not vaccinated, you can't come in. It's a way of discriminating against people. And in most cases, it's people of ethnic minorities. You know, the people from Pakistan, the people from African nations, who don't trust scientists and that sort of stuff. They're the ones who aren't taking the vaccine. They don't trust it. Now, instead of working up and saying to people, this is why you should take it, and focusing on this is why you should take it, they've been using the propaganda message over the radio, TV, and newspapers, and billboards, and all that lot. And it's just propaganda. But like they were talking actually on the radio when I was coming back from possibly walkies or a gym last night, talking about the fact that they're giving out they're offering a booster to those who are vulnerable in a few weeks' time or something like that. A few months or a few weeks' time. While they're still looking at whether they're going to do a proper booster for everyone, or offer a booster for everyone, the COVID jab booster, sometime in autumn. Now again, as I said before, you're telling people you need to get the vaccine because it works, but you're then telling people you need a booster because we're not sure if the vaccine works. Yeah, that is just insane, isn't it? That's why these people that are saying you can't question the scientists, you need to be locked up in a mental hospital, you people, because if you think scientists are correct, it's just like the situation I was having with Stuart on Monday. You say that you knew that the text I sent you was a joke, but you then take it seriously. You can't do both. It doesn't make sense. Logically, it makes no sense to see it as a joke, but then take it seriously. It's either a joke or it's serious. It can't be both. Yeah? Well, like these people, either a vaccine passport works or it doesn't. You can't say, but it works, but it might not work in all the variants that might come in the future. Then it doesn't work. Then you're saying it might not work, right? But focus on the point it might not work, because some people are going to focus on that. The fact it might not work. So you need to stop coming up with these messages about these and really building up these other variants as if they could be the thing that kills everybody on Earth. And then say to people, but why are you not willing to have the vaccine? Why are you thinking the vaccine might not work? Because you keep on telling us it might not work. You keep on saying we might need a booster in autumn. You keep on saying all these other variants are nasty, far worse than COVID-19 we've got with these new variants. They're so bad, we can't call them after the countries they're coming from. We've got to give them Greek alphabet names. Okay. Yeah. So the confusion isn't from the point of view of the people that don't want the vaccine. These people, I understand them completely. I really do. I would not condemn these people in any way, shape or form. If you decide not to have the vaccine, great, good for you. You shouldn't necessarily have it if you don't want it. Certainly, if you're not convinced that having that is a wise move, because look, I've said myself, and I think it's right to say, it's quite possible in a year's time, the politicians are going to say to us, I'm sorry we were wrong, the vaccine wasn't going to work, or didn't work. We knew it might not work, but of course we had to try it. Yeah, but now we do have a vaccine that's going to work. Right? It's quite likely they are going to do that. Because none of them, even the scientists, really knew exactly what they were doing. with regards to the scientists, why is it that AstraZeneca wasn't working with Pfizer? Why is it Pfizer wasn't working with the other, whatever the other one was? But there's about 3 or 4, isn't there? 3 or 4 different vaccines. Why weren't these people working together to create one vaccine that you know is going to work? Money. When money comes into it, I think AstraZeneca was given away, wasn't it? I think the government bought it and just gave it. Wasn't being charged, but Pfizer was looking to charge. Of course they were. Otherwise they'd have been working with, the other people, wouldn't they? They'd have been saying to the other people, look, let's get together, let's get our people together, let's make one vaccine that's going to work. Let's find out exactly what this thing is about and let's beat it completely. Don't worry about any variants. We're going to make something that's going to basically destroy the whole bloody virus. We won't need a booster. We just need one. That then takes away all this crap that's been created in places like Australia with the European Union saying, oh no, we don't want the AstraZeneca because that can kill people. No, it doesn't. It does it. It's just fear spreading because that was designed in the UK and the UK had left the European Union. That was basically what all that was about. Yeah. But I imagine quite likely a lot of people died because they didn't take the bloody vaccine because the politicians were saying, that one's dangerous, don't take that, we wait for the other one. Yeah, some people couldn't wait, could they? They died while waiting. They died of COVID. No, the reality is, politicians are, generally speaking, they're owned. I've said it before. I said it on a previous video when I talked about the fact of the people that are really in control. Politicians aren't really what they say they are. They're not in control. They don't have the power. Not really. People that have the power, the people with money. The people with money just want more money. And they do this with COVID. They do this with anything they can do it with. So we as a people have got to stand up and say, no, come on, no. We don't want a COVID vaccine. We don't want something which is basically separating people. Look, if you are saying that the COVID vaccine is mandatory, then let's talk about that. Let's deal with that, okay? Because you're saying it without actually saying it. You're too afraid to say it because you know that we're going to disagree. You know that we're going to say you can't do that. From a medical point of view, you cannot make any drug like that mandatory. There are laws to stop you from doing that. They know that. The politicians know that there are laws put in place to stop them from doing that. Right? Micky, leave. Leave, Mix. Yeah. Leave it, Micky. I said, then I hit my bum. I hit my bum, didn't I? Eh? Having my cry. Yeah, put it this way. With regards to making it mandatory, yeah, they know they can't do it. But they're trying to sneak that in through the back door through vaccine passports. That's what they're trying to do. Now the problem is, I think this is why, look, conspiracy theorists could say, and it'd be an understandable theory, not necessarily right, but understandable, could say that they've intentionally made the public stupid through, intentionally making education weaker and weaker and weaker and weaker and weaker. So in situations like this, the public don't question them. They just believe everything that they're being told by the politicians and newspapers and the TV. Do I think that's true? No, probably not. No, probably not. I don't think that's probably true. I don't think that that's the case, but it's certainly, you can understand anyone that would think that might be the case. I'll put it this way, I think it's intentional, the stupid, stupefaction of the people. I think it's intentional. Of course it is. For what reason? I don't know. I don't think it's because of things like COVID, but I think there are reasons behind it. I mean, yeah, I do think it's intentional by governments to take away the subjects that will make people to think. Definitely. Let's say why. At the moment, we can't see that part of the picture yet. But I mean, you know, would they do all this point about, you know, in schools? Oh, everyone's a winner. You know, we don't want competition. We now want 4-year-olds to be able to choose their gender. It's all the same crap. It really is. It's all part of stupefaction of people. It's to create a public that are basically bowing down to their leaders, that are never questioning, never challenging what the leaders are saying. And so they can bring in all these sort of things. Because can you imagine 20 years ago, the politicians bringing out this crap? Saying that 4-year-old kids should be able to choose their own gender against the wishes of the parents. That neither the parents nor the teachers can challenge that behaviour. Well, how many times, you know, looking at that point of view, how many times you think about it, anyone who's had a boy with girls and the boy was younger, how many times was the boy playing with dolls? What are you going to do then? Are you going to then take that boy to the doctor to start taking away the manliness or the sort of stuff that's going to make him a man? Yeah. Are you going to put him on medication to start taking that away to turn that boy into a girl at that stage? Of course not. Because in quite a lot of those sort of situations, boys play with dolls for a short amount of time. Then they realise, not for me. It's not for me. Then they stop. But if you start looking at them from the point of 4 years old and making decisions like that, then Gracie. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, look, the reality is that there's things happening. We don't know necessarily why, but we have to stand up. When we have governments start talking about vaccine passports and stuff like that, you know, when they were originally telling us that they would never do that, and then now they're doing it, now they're bringing it forward. They're coming up with these BS reasons. No, come on, don't talk crap. You know, if the majority of people have had the vaccine, certainly those who are vulnerable, sod the rest. If all these other people don't want the vaccine, then they don't want it. That's okay. You know, let them live the way they want to live. Yeah, all this stuff that the politicians are saying about why there should be a vaccine passport, it's just BS. They're lying. Yeah, they've wanted to bring this thing in, and they want reasons to bring it in. So they create these reasons. I've said before, problem, reaction, solution. You've got a problem. Problem is, you want freedom to be able to go where you want to go. So they want to bring this thing in, so they're going to say, we're going to take away your freedoms unless we bring this in. Problem, reaction, solution. It's what they do all the time. Politicians. Don't believe them. Oh, God, no. No, basically understand one thing. Politicians, they're there to basically manage the roads and the water and the rubbish collection. That's it. Don't trust them with anything else. Anyway, you take care. God bless. I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.